Shit, breaking news, y'all. According to Boxing Scene, who's a very credible source in the sport of boxing, there is a verbal agreement for Sebastian Fundora to defend his WBC 154-pound title against Keith one-time Thurman on October 18th in Las Vegas. Now, I'm going to be honest with y'all. I don't think Keith Thurman deserves this fight due to his inactivity. He fought for the first time in 3 years. He got a knockout against Brock Jarvis, but let's be honest, who the fuck is Brock Jarvis? Brock Jarvis, his most credible person that he went in the ring with is Liam Paro, and he lost, right? So I'm not going to give Keith Thurman full credit for beating Brock Jarvis. That's what he's supposed to do. That was the first time Keith Thurman got a knockout since 2013, right? Now, if you look at his fight with Mario Barrios, before Keith Thurman fought Mario Barrios, he was out the ring for 3 years again. So you have two situations where this guy was out of the ring for 3 years, back to back, which is crazy. You know what I'm saying? Keith Thurman is 36 years old. He's in the last chapter of his career. And I just don't think that he's done enough to earn this title shot. But I'm not going to sit here and lie. I am extremely excited for this fight because I still think Keith Thurman is a great fighter. Sebastian Fundora, the towering inferno, he's 6'6". Keith Thurman is only 5'7". I think that height is going to give Keith Thurman a lot of problems. It would give anybody a lot of problems, right? Like, anybody who's not at least 6'2", 6'3", Sebastian Fundora's height is going to give you some type of problems. But listen, man, Sebastian Fundora has shown that with each fight, he has gotten better. Since he got knocked out by Brian Mendoza back in 2023, this guy has stepped his game up. He had a close fight with Tim Tszyu. Tim Tszyu suffered a massive cut on his forehead. He won the fight by split decision, went on to knock out Tordell Booker, and then he ran that rematch back with Tim Tszyu, and he made Tim Tszyu quit in the corner in round 7. Now, many people believe that Tim Tszyu isn't the same after he suffered a knockout loss against Bakram. I don't think that has anything to do with it. I think that Sebastian Fundora has just made improvements and he's getting better. He's using his height to his advantage, and Sebastian Fundora is able to tee off on people because not only is he 6'6", but this guy has a long wingspan, bro. He's got a let me see what his reach is. This guy has an 80-inch reach, so he's able to punch people without even being too close to you because his arms are so damn long. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. Listen. This is going to be a step-up fight for both fighters. Keith one-time Thurman, he now has the opportunity to show people that even though he has been inactive over the past couple of years, if he can secure a victory against Sebastian Fundora, Keith one-time Thurman is right back, at that elite level, And I think that would prove to people that, he's back. We're not going to know he's back until he gets a credible win on his resume, and Sebastian Fundora is 100% a credible win on his resume, man. Sebastian Fundora just hit his prime. He's only 27 years old. And yeah, man, I'm looking forward to this fight. If I had to make a prediction, right, I gotta go with Sebastian Fundora just because he's been more active, just because he has shown improvement with each fight, and definitely based off of how fucking tall he is. Now, Keith one-time Thurman, he only has a loss to Manny Pacquiao by split decision. I think that fight could have been a draw. I think it could have went either way. But I think Manny dropping Keith Thurman has a lot to do with Manny winning that fight. Keith Thurman beat Mario Barrios. I don't give him no credit for that because Mario Barrios just went 12 rounds with a 46-year-old Manny Pacquiao. I think Mario Barrios should retire. Obviously Keith Thurman beat Danny Garcia, but that was only by a split decision. That was a very close fight. That fight could have been a draw. A lot of people think Danny Garcia won that fight. He did beat Sean Porter by unanimous decision. Obviously, he beat Robert the Ghost Guerrero. But we can't live off of the past, man. Just because Keith Thurman did some incredible things in the past, unifying the 147-pound division, we can't live in the past, man. He's in a new weight class. He's a lot older. He's close to 40. You dig what I'm saying? And listen, man, I've been paying very close attention to Keith Thurman's recent interviews, and it's obvious that Keith Thurman, he's in desperation for a payday, right? Because of his inactivity, I'm pretty sure he's running low on the money that he's made in the sport of boxing. This guy's married, he has 2 kids, and he pretty much has said that he's willing to fight anybody for the right amount of money, right? And I think that's why we're getting this fight. Keith Thurman knows that this is a dangerous fight, but at the end of the day, if he's gonna make a couple $1 million, he's gonna do what he gotta do, win, lose, or draw to feed his family, and I respect that. See, do you guys remember when Keith Thurman was in his prime? You guys remember when he beat Danny Garcia and Sean Porter back to back? Remember when Errol the Spence True Jr. was calling out Keith Thurman and he was ducking? Like every time they would ask Keith Thurman if he wants to fight Errol Spence, like he would never give a clear yes or no. He just kept, beating around the bushes. He was ducking Errol Spence, right? I remember that very vividly, how he was ducking Errol Spence. And the fact that we never got that fight, it's a damn shame. Now, we could have got the fight before Errol decided to fight Terrence Crawford, but I mean, you can't blame Errol Spence. Errol Spence was so pissed off at the fact that that Keith Thurman was not giving him a title shot, that he told Al Heyman that he doesn't want to fight Keith Thurman and he wants to jump straight into the fight with Terrence Crawford. And Errol Spence made a lot of sacrifices to make that fight happen. Now, I guarantee you, at 36 years old now, Keith Thurman 100% will fight Errol Spence now, right? And I think a lot of that has to do with Keith Thurman being older, him needing money, Errol Spence getting beat the fuck up by Terrence Buck Crawford. Now you want to fight Errol Spence, right? So, yeah, man, I'm interested to see how this fight plays out. I just can't see Keith Thurman going in there and dominating Sebastian Fundora. If he does beat Sebastian Fundora, I think it's either going to be like by knockout in the later rounds, or I think it's going to be by majority or split decision, right? I don't see him scoring a unanimous decision against Sebastian Fundora. I don't see it going 12 rounds and Keith Thurman just wins by unanimous decision. I see Keith Thurman, like I said, knocking him out like in the 8th or 9th round, or just, winning the fight by the scorecards. But if I was a betting man, if I was to put money on this, listen, obviously Keith Thurman is going to be the underdog, right? If Keith Thurman is the underdog in this fight, I will put my money on Keith Thurman, just based off of the experience, based off of the better resume, you feel me? But if I was to be honest with y'all, I definitely think Sebastian Fundora is going to win this fight, for sure, either by knockout or by unanimous decision. That's just how I see it. I just listen, Keith Thurman at one point in time was my favorite fighter, but I can't pick a fighter who has went 3 years 2 times without fighting, bro. I just can't do it. You got 6 years of inactivity in your boxing career, bro. I can't give you credit for that, bro. You understand what I'm saying? So let me know what y'all think about this in the comment section. It's your boy Wavy. Make sure y'all subscribe, thumbs up the video. Most importantly, leave a comment. Hey, let me know in the comment section who y'all got winning this fight. Do you guys got Keith Thurman winning, or do you got Sebastian Fundora winning? And whoever you pick to win, also let me know in the comment section, how do you have these fighters winning the fight? Do you got them winning by KO? Do you got them winning by unanimous decision, majority decision, split decision, or do you think it's going to be a draw? Let me know in the comment section. I'm out.